Curious about the types of things you can text a guy to make him ghost you for good? Want to know what you can send to him as a smart alternative to create a more favorable outcome? I've got those 8 texts coming to you right now. Hey everyone, I'm dating and relationship coach Ryan Patrick. So for this last video of 2020, I thought I'd capitalize on some of the survey data a lot of you provided me with to do a specific video on one of your most favorite dating topics, texting. Not only am I going to help you avoid some of the classic mistakes both men and women are guilty of making with texting, I'll also provide you with text suggestions that help you attract a particular man rather than repel him. But first, if you're new to my channel and you think you'd benefit from having a tough love, older or younger brother figure telling you how it really is out there with the men you're dating, just click subscribe below and make sure to turn on all notifications so you know right when my new content is rolling out, which could include the missing piece to something you're experiencing right now with men and relationships. This also helps my channel significantly by being seen by others just like you, so thank you so much for your support. Also, got a question or two for me that you need my personal advice on right away? Now you can get video advice from me on my Wizio page at daterboy.com/Wizio. Or you can also click the link in the description below. The service has been working out great the last couple weeks, so click on over and let me know how I can help you. Now, back to those texts women send that make men disappear. Here are 8 texts you should avoid sending men and what you can send to them instead as a great alternative. The first one is the let's play boyfriend girlfriend text. So, right off the bat, if you haven't heard me say this before, this is my most important advice regarding texting. Texting should only do one of 2 things: handle logistics of setting up a date with a guy and build anticipation towards those dates. That's it. With a new guy you're just getting to know, that's it. Even in times of COVID, everything else you text him is extra. So the first mistake involves you thinking that you're building a relationship or rapport with him weeks and weeks before you actually go on a date with him, when really none of that counts towards you building anything with him. You with me? So what do you end up doing on this one? You treat him like he's already your boyfriend and you either send him long, boring texts or you initiate texts with him all the time. Instead, I know it's tough, but you need to lean back and wait for him to reach out to you. The second one is the I wish you would text. Now this one picks up where the last one let off. Like a girlfriend, you start imposing your wish list on him. I wish you would text me back faster. I wish you would just tell me that you're not available. I'm sorry. If you just met this guy recently, he doesn't owe you an explanation. Just like you don't owe a guy answers to these questions if he texted you this. You can't impose your will on someone to behave the way you want them to act. Instead, go back to the basics. Rule number 1, get the date. If you can't get the date right now because of COVID or some other excuse, pivot your mind to another activity that makes you happy or find a guy that will meet up with you. The third one is the I have nothing to say text. Oh my God, I'm so bored. What you doing? Rough day. Got any funny stories to cheer me up? How would you respond if a guy sent you these? Exactly. First of all, neither of you are there to entertain the other person. Tell him to go watch a Kevin Hart special. Secondly, don't be impatient just because you haven't heard from him. What on earth is going to excite him about seeing you, let alone ask you out, if you say something like, how you doing? It's 3 p.m. and I'm at work. I'm outstanding. Again, these texts go both ways. If you haven't heard from him, just wait a day or 2. Still nothing? Text him something like, just had a fabulous day. Hope you're rocking yours out too. Wink. Talk soon. Positive, short, and sweet. The fourth one is the relationship status check-in text. Communication is a wonderful thing when it's done in the right sequence and done in the right forum. I'll say this one more time because this point is that critical. Communication is a wonderful thing when it's done in the right sequence and done in the right forum. When you and a man seem to be naturally elevating to that place of being exclusive together, it's okay to talk those details and those feelings out, but never over text. The problem is, it's a very personal, intimate conversation that will have its best chance at success if it's done face to face in person. So even over the phone isn't ideal for this. Where is this thing heading between us? What are we? And since texts have no tone, it's just gonna come off needy and desperate, as if you need some sort of validation from him. And since it's not even really about him anymore, he's just gonna bolt. The fifth one is the "you rat bastard" text. This is an example of you sending the A email to your boss instead of the B email. The A email is the email that you write out to yourself to vent your anger or frustration with your boss or someone that you're upset with. The B email is the email that you actually send to your boss or the other person once you've had an opportunity to cool down and strip out all of the anger. So the same thing goes with texting. If a guy did something to upset you or annoy you, you never send that initial text you really want to send to him. Now, I am not saying you can't be upset with him, but again, this goes back to my previous point about effective communication. Be face to face with him and communicate clearly and calmly so he can see your angst and respond to you accordingly. If you end up sending that angry text to him, again, you basically took him out of the equation because now you're forcing him to deal with a volatile situation over text. Never good. The sixth one is the "flake it till you make it" text. If you're relatively new to my videos, I don't advocate for playing games at all here. Flaking on a guy too many times because you're trying to play hard to get with him is gonna backfire on you. So when you hear me say don't always be available, that doesn't mean play mind games with him and never be available to meet up with him. Not at all. It means you genuinely need to have your own thing going on, ladies. A man should never be your top priority, even if he's your husband. He doesn't want you to make him that. Sorry, gotta back out for tonight. Oops, I screwed up with my schedule again. The guy is thinking, oops, I deleted your number, bye. The seventh one is the stage 5 clinger text. Okay, hopefully none of you do these things. And again, guys pull this crazy crap too. I'll make that point once again. Now, it's best to illustrate this with an example. I once dated a girl over a decade ago for less than a month. Now, in that period of time, she had come over to my house once. One time. Now, one afternoon, I'm sitting at my dining room table at my house eating lunch. I get a text. I see you. Clearly, there's no one there and no one can see me. Another text comes in. How's the sandwich? Oh my God, I nearly choked on this thing. And it was this girl I was dating who was looking at me through this tiny kitchen window I had. You better believe I never saw her again after that. Crazy, get rid of the crazy. The eighth one is the feelings confession text. Sorry for saying this, but are you feeling things between us too? I know it might be too soon, but I think I'm falling for you. You're very special to me. No. It's okay to feel the vibe. Just never convey this to us over text or phone call. It 100% needs to be done face to face to not cheapen the exchange and to know for sure that it's real. You can text all the sweet little things you want to him after you've had this conversation and you two have become exclusive with one another. This is one of those boyfriend privilege things. Not every guy gets these. As you guys move towards exclusivity, the progression of feelings will be equal and natural for both of you. So unless he's really good at hiding it, you're both gonna have a pretty good idea about how you feel about one another to share your feelings around the same time. Now, I want you to dig deep with me for a second here and tell me, what's one text message you've sent to a guy that you wish you could have a take back on? Maybe you stopped hearing from him or just received a really negative response from him. Just let me know in the comments below. Also, I'm excited to announce that open enrollment for my online course, The Boyfriend Blueprint, will be opening back up in late January. So make sure to make a note about that if you're game to kick off 2021 with a bang with our new group. Also, if you'd like a little one-on-one time with me, or you just need a little advice on a situation with a guy, hit me up on Wizio at daterboy.com/Wizio. Ladies, if you found this video helpful, please give it a like below. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you all next week.